Deadpool wasn't always the funny, bloody anti-hero we all know today. In fact, his first appearances on the big screen were a total disaster, so bad that fans almost erased him from their memory. But over time, Ryan Reynolds managed to flip the script and turn him into one of Marvel's most beloved characters. And the best part? We finally got to see him side by side with Wolverine in the actual MCU. Today, I'm going to walk you through the evolution of Deadpool in cinema, from his failed beginnings to becoming the ultimate fourth wall-breaking legend we all love. X-Men Origins, Wolverine, 2009. Deadpool first appeared in X-Men Origins, played by Ryan Reynolds. At first, Wade Wilson is part of Stryker's mutant team, alongside Logan. And honestly, at the beginning, he does feel like the comic version, a skilled mercenary with swords, sarcastic, and full of that sharp, twisted humor.
It's probably not as intimidating as having a gun or bone claws or the fingernails of a bag lady.
The problem comes at the end. Stryker transforms him into Weapon 11, a mutant experiment with the powers of several X-Men, turning him into Wolverine's final boss. And the worst part? They sew his mouth shut. I mean, Marvel's most talkative trash-talking character made mute. How does he look here? At first, Wade looks normal. No mask, twin swords, and a charming, cocky vibe. He's fast, lethal, but also funny. Then the Weapon 11 transformation happens and, well, that's when fans lost it. Deadpool ends up bald, covered in scars, with giant blades coming out of his arms like katanas, laser beams shooting from his eyes, and most unforgivable, no mouth. The design looked more like a Mortal Kombat character than Deadpool. That's why fans nicknamed him Barakapool, since he resembled Baraka from the game way more than Marvel's anti-hero. They used a mix of practical effects and CGI for Weapon 11's abilities. The lasers and teleportation were all digital, while the extended blades combined prosthetics with animation. The problem wasn't the technology, it was the design itself, too far removed from what fans expected. Technically, it worked, but artistically, it was a disaster. Ryan Reynolds already loved the character back then, and accepted the role because he wanted to be Deadpool, but later admitted he hated what they did with him. In the early scenes, Reynolds improvised many of the jokes and sword moves, so that first version did carry some of Wade's essence. Years later, in Deadpool 2, Ryan literally makes fun of it by traveling back in time and killing that fake Deadpool, closing the chapter once and for all.
Hey! Love you.
Deadpool, 2016. After the 2009 disaster, Ryan Reynolds didn't give up. He kept fighting to give Deadpool his own film, and in 2016, he finally made it happen.
Hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby.
Deadpool tells the story of Wade Wilson, a mercenary with terminal cancer who undergoes a secret experiment to cure himself. The process gives him a crazy healing factor, basically immortality, but leaves him horribly scarred. Covered in burns and scars, Wade becomes Deadpool, suiting up in red and black with guns, swords, and a completely deranged sense of humor.
I will shoot your fucking cat.
I don't really know what that means. I don't have a cat.
Then whose kitty litter did I just shit in?
The movie blends action, comedy, violence, and even romance, since the core of the story is Wade trying to win back his girlfriend, Vanessa. This time, we finally get the classic Deadpool. The costume looks like it was ripped straight from the comics. Red and black, full mask with expressive white eyes, 2 katanas on his back, pistols and knives everywhere. The mask itself is a highlight. Thanks to digital animation, the eyes move and blink like in the comics, giving Deadpool a ton of personality. And of course, he's fully irreverent, cracking jokes, breaking the fourth wall, making fun of Ryan Reynolds himself, and even roasting X-Men Origins.
Whose balls did I have to fondle to get my very own movie? I can't tell you, but it does rhyme with Wolverine.
Visually and tonally, Deadpool was finally the Deadpool we wanted. The suit was entirely practical, tailor-made for Ryan Reynolds. The only CGI was for the eyes, which added expressions. That small detail made a huge difference, letting the character come alive without ever showing Wade's face. Ryan Reynolds fought for over 10 years to make this movie happen. It was literally his personal project. Deadpool 2, 2018. In this sequel, Deadpool is crazier and more irreverent than ever. The story kicks off with Wade facing a personal tragedy, Vanessa's death. This sends him on an emotional journey as he tries to find a new purpose. The main plot revolves around a young mutant named Russell, Firefist, who's being hunted by Cable, a time-traveling soldier from the future played by Josh Brolin. Deadpool decides to protect the kid by forming his own team, the X-Force. Except, well, almost all of them die in ridiculously comedic ways during their very first mission. In the end, the movie balances action, humor, and emotional beats, showing a more human side of Deadpool while keeping his trademark insanity intact. The costume stays very similar to the first film, but with slight upgrades, more flexible materials, a brighter shade of red, and some tweaks to the mask. Deadpool looks even more expressive thanks to improved digital effects for the eyes. One detail many people miss: after certain explosions and fights, the suit actually shows damage, stitches, and patches, giving it a stronger sense of continuity. There are also several scenes with Wade unmasked, showing his scars through prosthetic makeup that's far more detailed and realistic than in the first movie. The effects for Cable were a mix of practical prosthetics, like his cybernetic arm and scars, and CGI enhancements, especially for his powers and weapons. Ryan Reynolds co-wrote the script and stuffed it full of meta-references, mocking DC, Marvel, and even himself. The post-credit scene is pure gold. Deadpool travels through time to fix everything, saving Vanessa, killing the X-Men Origins version of Deadpool, and even shooting Ryan Reynolds before he can accept the script for Green Lantern. Brad Pitt makes a 1-second cameo as the Vanisher, literally visible only when he dies from electrocution. Originally, Tim Miller, the director of the first movie, was supposed to return, but due to creative differences, David Leitch took over. Coming from John Wick, Leitch gave this sequel much more stylized and polished action scenes. Deadpool and Wolverine, 2024. Finally, the crossover fans had been begging for. Deadpool and Wolverine together in the same film, now officially under the MCU banner. In Deadpool and Wolverine, Wade crosses paths with the TVA, the same one from Loki, and ends up involved in a multiverse mission. Along the way, he seeks out a new Wolverine from another universe, not the Logan we saw in Logan, 2017, but a variant from a different timeline. The plot mixes multiverse chaos with Deadpool's sharp humor and Wolverine's brutal seriousness, creating an explosive duo. Basically, Deadpool needs Logan to save the multiverse, even though Logan wants absolutely nothing to do with him, until he inevitably gets dragged into the fight, and here's where fans completely lost their minds. Deadpool keeps his classic look, but with a shinier, upgraded suit and even more expressive eyes. Wolverine finally appears in his iconic yellow comic-accurate suit, something fans had been waiting over 20 years to see. The costume was adapted into a more realistic style, with blue accents and bold shoulder pads, while still keeping the essence of the comics. Seeing Hugh Jackman in that uniform was a dream come true. Marvel and Disney pulled out all the technical stops. The hand-to-hand fights between Deadpool and Wolverine used extensive real choreography, stunt doubles, and wire work to keep the action physical and grounded, later polished with CGI for impossible hits and Deadpool's regeneration. Wolverine's suit was designed with 3D printing and advanced materials, so Hugh could fight comfortably without losing the classic comic vibe. Ryan Reynolds finally convinced Hugh Jackman after years of memes, interviews, and even public jokes. Hugh had said Logan would be his last time as Wolverine, but this project excited him so much, he decided to come back. The fourth wall humor goes even harder. Deadpool is expected to make direct jokes about Disney, Marvel Studios, and even Kevin Feige.
Suck it, Fox. I'm going to Disneyland. Get fucked!
And that's how Deadpool went from being a badly told joke in X-Men Origins to becoming the king of dark humor and bloody action in Marvel. An evolution full of stumbles, laughs, and epic moments that led him straight into the MCU, right next to Wolverine. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I've got plenty more superhero evolutions you'll definitely want to check out. See you in the next video.